Hey, what's up, you dummies? Cue Balls here. I'm going to show you how to make a bunch of easy money playing blackjack in Judgment here. Some guy on Reddit figured out that if you get a 9 and a jack, it sets off this series where you always get the same hands after each other. So, first up, we want to stand on this hand, 9 and a jack. And until you get a 9 and a jack, you want to save your game before you start playing blackjack. And if you don't get a 9 and a jack, you want to just quit. Quit the game and then reload your save file until you get the jack and a 9. And the first hand, you're just going to stand, and it ends up being a draw. But now we're going to get a 7 and a 2, and we want to double down on this. And we're going to win with a 20 versus the CPU's 18. And as you win, keep raising the max bet amount. That way you're not missing out on any potential money here. So next up, we're going to get a jack and a 10. We're going to stand on that, and we're going to end up winning 20 versus a 22 because the CPU is going to bust. Right? Simple. Next up, we're going to have a jack and a queen. We're going to split this hand. The right is going to get a blackjack, and the left, you're going to double down on the hand on the left. If you don't have enough chips to double down, don't worry about it. By the time you're done this pattern, even if you can't double down on this hand, you're going to get a lot of money anyway. But just follow the prompts that I'm doing, and you'll pretty much do it every time. I had to save and load for about 5 minutes or so to get this hand. And I've done this a few times, and sometimes it happens right away. Sometimes you're going to have to save and load for a little while, but it's worth it. It's a lot easier than VR, and I'll show you how you cash in the money when you're done here. But just keep following the prompts, and you'll see I'm going to double down on this hand again. I'm going to win 18 to 22. So yeah, kudos to whoever figured this out, man. This is really good stuff. It's a pretty keen eye to be able to pick up on that pattern. So now that we raised the max bet to 10,000, we're going to stand on the QQ here, and we're going to win 20 to 19. And now that we're getting 10,000 chips a pop, it adds up pretty fast. So next up is the final hand. After the 2 and the 5, you're going to double down on this hand as well. The pattern kind of ends, and nobody knows what to do after this, as far as I know. I'm going to show you another little trick that I used with the Blackjack amulet that I got. Now, if you do the Tachibana Mahjong and talk to that chick behind the counter, if you complete all of her hands, she'll give you gambling items. And the final one that she gets, she gives you a Blackjack amulet, which I'm going to use right here. And since the bet amount is up to 10,000, we're going to get 3 to 2. So each hand that we win, we're going to get, I think it's 25,000? Yeah, 20 or 15,000 on top of her bet, so 25,000 total. And we're just going to keep rebetting, and I think this gives you 5 blackjacks in a row, which is really nice. Okay, so when I run out of the blackjack amulet here, I'm going to go over to the counter, and I'm basically going to buy 99 of each of the parts that the guy sells for the drone. And then we want to run to the pawn shop and just sell those parts. You can just go back and forth and keep doing this over and over. And you'll see that we end up with, I think it's almost 4 million yen. And the total amount of time that it took me between saving and loading, doing the gambling, running back, getting in a couple fights along the way, I think it was about 15 minutes, which is, pretty good compared to the VR, which is a lot more involved. This you can do pretty brain dead. You shut your brain off. It's not very hard to do, and it does yield a lot of money. So if you're looking to, farm hug bombs or farm other items in the game, this is definitely the way to do it. So that's going to be it for this, and I hope you like it, and I hope it works, and it does work, and that's it. I'll smell you later.
it.